Here I have my tool cart. It's a U.S. General. Had it for a few years, several years, close to a decade now. Yeah, with candor and some of the stuff I got on hand here. Alright, so top of the list here, at the top of the cart, I got some Phillips head screwdrivers. I got nut drivers of different sizes, should I find need for them. On the other side here, I got my main flatheads and then my start bit drivers, different sizes, all collected up over here. The hydraulic on this is out. I've been using needle nose locking pliers to keep it open, which is convenient for me to hang my coat in the colder days. I got 100-pound torque stick. I have my flex bit driver for when I'm doing air boxes and stuff that it's a little tricky to get to. I got my torque wrench. My torque wrench is a Pittsburgh torque wrench. Served me well. Miscellaneous hardware and stuff I've collected usually goes here until I sort it for later. My Craftsman electric impact, usually to speed me along with air boxes and miscellaneous stuff of that nature. Got from Advance, got the oil filter socket to crush, remove past ones for the Toyotas. I'd gone with a slightly larger design, the 1726. That has done very well for me. I know a lot of the guys use the smaller cup. I wanted to go with something a little different. For air, I got Rhino USA. It's been serving me very well since August, so almost not quite a year yet. My impact, I got the Cornwell IRC 9000C. Heavy guy, a lot of torque. It's done very good for me. I got my collection of impact sockets. Clearly I didn't buy a set outright. I did get my Pittsburgh to start with, mostly metrics. You know, got my 19 right there. You can see the ones that get the most use, they're lighter. My 19, my 21, my 22, and then I think that's my 15. Yeah, my 15. Flex adapters for the impact. My standard sizes, I only got these 3 right now. I haven't needed anything else. Got 3/4. I think this is 11/16 maybe. I don't even remember. Oh my goodness. Cornwell tools 7/8. Yep. And this one would be 15/16. Yeah, I don't really use them a whole lot. Some picks. Inspection mirror. Got a grabber tool back over here with my Phillips head screwdrivers. Always figure it's there, don't need it very often. That gives you an idea of what I got on the top. If you don't mind, I'm going to turn on my music here. Got a little level here. Got a little torpedo level here. Every once in a while it's good for an alignment on the steering wheel to help get an idea of how good I am there. And I got my brake wear measuring tools there. Puck light. Sure I need light to stay somewhere. Top drawer here. Oil filter socket set. For those 3 most common setups. Slip joint pliers and the needle nose, both those are Cobalt. Got Duralast here for my other locking needle nose vice pliers. And then I got my diagonal cutters, Pittsburgh as well. Pittsburgh go through socket set. Usually I have zip ties over here, a pair of linesman pliers, and my magnet pickup tool here. Got extra one of these, you know, tied up gauge. Knife and spoon for lunchtime. Drawer underneath that. Mostly my extensions, my ratchets. I do have the Phillips flathead bits here. I do have this for when I'm doing a customer's car and I don't want to use a pair of pliers to mar up that slide to help keep that hood up. A couple extra Phillips bits for the impact driver. Do have one of these gator grips. Sorry, not thrilled with it. Got more extensions, star bits all in here. Those are those two drawers here and here. Bigger drawer next to it. Got my mess I just dumped out. Got my reverse hex or reverse star bit socket set. Good and useful for stuff like the Mercedes. Got my impact screwdriver. Pretty straightforward, pretty standard, pretty useful getting those caliper or rotors off rather. Got 3-pound cross peen hammer. Got the standard hand twist set for the pushback calipers for the rears that you sometimes run into. This set here would be my half size sockets, 22 and a half, for those swollen lug nuts that require just that little extra space. This would be my extractor socket set. Sorry. Hit that with that cross beam, flat end, of course, a couple times. Hook the impact with the extension that I got on in this kit to get those out. Does pretty well for me. So far, so good. Digital caliper for measuring thickness of rotors when I'm doing a full-on detailed brake inspection. A couple of wire brushes for basic cleanup on a brake job. We got a pry bar here, often used for a brake job when I'm getting a caliper free, and then a dead blow hammer. So that was the top 3 drawers. First more wide drawers. My last drawer here. No, actually I didn't finish this other drawer, I don't think. Yeah, my socket set, this is half of a big socket set I got from Autozone forever ago. I've expanded how far down inside my 1/2 inches reach all the way down to a 10 mil. So I got my 10, my 11, my 12, my 13, and then my 14 up was already part of this set. Got a pair of these long reach diagonal cutters. Got this from Cornwell, as well as this from Cornwell. The special tool for removing these little plastic rivets. Got some ratchet wrenches, metric size. Got a smaller pair of the Robo grips. I've had these for quite some time. The Pittsburgh 8-piece hex bit set, short ones, as well as my long reach ones. Then I got SAE size 1/2 inch drive sockets here. Just move these things over here real quick. I got my oil filter pliers. These came from Harbor Freight. I believe these are Pittsburgh brand, but I'm not 100% sure. I do keep the silicone packets I come across, like shoes and stuff, in my tool case to try to help keep the moisture down, lower down the chance of my stuff rusting up. Then my last drawer, snacks. Keep those things on hand down over here. I got my Matco tools, die grinder, pneumatic, tire plug stuff, cookies for the die grinder, as well as sanding disc. Got tougher brake grease, miscellaneous stuff I pick up, like brake grease and stuff from packs that end up not being used. This is a nice one, the pneumatic tool for those twist brakes. This is why that kit looks pretty clean. I just use the disc off that, they fit this. And I'm able to do those jobs a lot easier, and significantly quicker. Standard dual piston brake caliper compressor tool, just a hand squeeze style. Brake line, or parking brake line tool. A few of the things that get used a little more often, the 24 millimeter long combination wrench, mostly for odds and ends, but I use this a lot for extending handles on my smaller ratchets, as well as the fitting for my spray can for brake cleaner. I have another brake tool here for pressing on those hardware bits with the spring. That's OEM brand. And a pair of diagonal cutters again. Another pair. I got a 17 and 18 mil ratchet wrench straight down here. Got the offset wire strippers, pistol grip. Also a nice needle nose tip there. Got another pair of needle nose pliers there. This would be my 8-inch crescent wrench. Got a few more custom wrenches down here, as well as my oil filter band wrench. Got the snap ring pliers down here. These are my good ones. We've had a couple of not so good ones over the years. This is for when I'm under the car. I usually use this a lot with the alignments when I'm down there. Just set this on the machine, keep light in the area. These were fun to mess with the alignment. Short handle allows me more turning maneuver before I hit stuff. And I got my, what's this, 10-inch, and then my 375 millimeter. That's my big one there. That helps me to break loose those nuts on those alignment jobs. This has 2 magnets, so I usually just sit in the corner. So one here and one there. Hold that in place. Got a little magnet here holding this box in place. Got the little pinch pliers. These are advertised specifically for radiator hoses, but they work pretty well for brake lines typically. Some other miscellaneous snack stuff, rolled electrical tape. Gives you a good idea what's on my roller cart, but I do have plenty more.